Hello everyone, my name is Joaquín Castillo de Mesa. I lecture at the University of Malaga in Spain, and I'm going to present this paper called Social Work and Digital Activism, Sorority, Homophily, and Polarization at Me Too, 8M, and Nuna Menos. This is the content structure that will guide my presentation. Throughout the world, there is a wave of social movements that fight for human rights and social justice, and that is challenging the profession and discipline of social work. Social justice is a commitment which lies at the heart of the social work profession. Digitalization is changing the ways to fight in favor of social justice. Research suggests that activists use social networking sites to share contents, reinforcing the power of interconnection. The participation in the production and reproduction of digital content is challenging conventional structure and promoting the empowerment of those who do. On the contrary, dystopian approaches blame social networking sites for continuous noise, submission to other people's recognitions, and polarization. From this critical perspective, power may be more viewed as relative, and public activists can be using social networking sites to empower themselves and disempower the fight they are trying to get. Beyond pros and cons, academic literature has reached some consensus about the impact of online communication, which depends on the individual's aims and the nature of the communication exchange. Within the framework of cyberfeminism, social networking sites are widely used as platforms for sharing personal experiences and from which to participate in public discourse. Different hashtags are catalyzing these movements along the world. It provides different contexts or framework to be analyzed. From May 2015 emerged a movement called Nuna Menos, whose epicenter was in Argentina and mobilized women against femicide. The hashtag 8M is being used to promote equal opportunity and is located especially in Spain and South America countries. And it's used especially on Women's Days and for strikes. From 2017, Twitter became a vehicle for an unprecedented wave of revelation of sexual harassment and assault through this hashtag MeToo. This is, as you can see, we have followed different steps to analyze this extracted big amount of data. In brief, as an example, I'm going to show this type of analysis about a sample of Me Too on Twitter. I have collected over 60 samples about different hashtags about Me Too movement along 3 last year. This is only an example. Concretely, you can see in this graph more than 2,000 of people talking about Me Too. Through the modularity algorithm, I have obtained a division of the analyzed online structure into communities, which are represented with different colors. To analyze the content inside of these communities, different communities, and discover patterns which catalyze the conversation, we use ethnography and sentiment analysis. Results demonstrate how people sum up themselves around different topics and shared realities. Even more, reflect certain geographical specialization of the conversation. For instance, the yellow community represents an operation event happening at India. All the people are talking about this topic. On the other hand, we can see, for instance, in Blue community, a conversation about demonstration of workers of Google against a salary gap. This is the background of all the data mining. You can check there is some iterative tweets which indicate similarities conducting to discover which is the conversation thread. If we zoom the screen, we can observe some redundancy on yellow community. The affinities and same interest showed a clear conversation thread. These are the main findings about Me Too movement. First, people interact and create communities of different affinities in the Me Too conversation on Twitter, creating the so-called echo chambers and bubble filters. Two, most community emerging around Me Too share same beliefs, thoughts, and political views, and it opposite to other communities, reflecting affective polarization on Twitter. Three, on Me Too underlie other claims related to other discrimination aspects as race, age, salary gaps, and others. And four, emotion catalyze the conversation around abuse and harassment. Summarizing, digitalization is contributing to globally accelerating different fights against the patriarchy, against the femicide and harassment and abuse against women. Echo chambers and bubble filters are created and degrade the quality, security, and diversity of online discourse and influence their subsequent beliefs and action. These inertias contribute to increased level of affective polarization, that is, the strong negative emotions that members of one particular party or thinking feel for those of another. This affective polarization is particularly worrying for the quality and nature of this civic discourse. We have to learn that we have to wonder us what is the role of the social worker on digital media. First of all, we have to learn that big social data represents an important source of knowledge for social work. The activities of social worker and professional in digital media include digital presence, especially to address the low tolerance and to diversity and homophilic behaviors. The risk of misinformation, fake news, and misrepresentation have been identified. This represents a challenge for those who don't have digital skills. In sum, the effect of digitalization is one of the challenges faced by social work in the 21st century. Thank you so much for your attention. This is my email and my profile on social networking site if you want to get in contact with me, So thank you so much. Enjoy.